featuring Instant Noodles dance crew, the best Taiwanese dance crew in America. We're kind of like, I think we're the only all Taiwanese dance crew in America. Yeah.
Hi, how's it going? We are Instant Noodles. My name is Gio.
How's it going? I'm Charles.
What's up? I'm Arthur.
What's up? I'm Chris.
How's it going? I'm Rob.
Hi, I'm Mike.
Hi, my name's Chuck.
Yeah, originally it started it's Gio, me, and Rob. We actually been dancing together a really long time. We've known each other since like 7th grade.
And back then, I mean, we were like really young, so we just danced on this really hard ground, and we were just starting, no knee pads, and we were just like doing our thing, and we didn't really know what we were doing. We were just trying moves that we saw in videos.
I don't know, Gio came up with the name Instant Noodles after we were eating at a Chinese restaurant, and then because we wanted a name and we didn't want to make something too serious like master groundwork control team, something like that,
That's really good.
A lot of the b-boys we looked up to, they had like really funny names like Crumbs or Remind, that the names that don't really mean anything, but because they were so good, like we thought those names were like the best names in the world. So we wanted to do the same type of deal with like the name that we chose. So we chose kind of a fun name, Instant Noodles. Rob didn't like it at first. He really did. But then we made it so good that he likes it now. That was the whole point. So
For me, it's really crazy that like this came together. Like I became a part of this group because when I started dancing, I really looked up to them, but then I didn't know them, so I never thought like one day I'd be a part of the crew.
And then we also had our little group of breakers, and like the first initial point of starting to break together was to show off and be cool, and like trying to get girls, that's. But then like after a while, you realize like you want to do a lot more than just impress other people. You want to dance because you want to dance. Like if you want to get wild by cool tricks, just go like Google gymnastics flares, and you can watch it all day. But like if you're in love with breaking, you want to watch people like create different stuff, and watching an Instant Noodles crew trailer, especially from being from Taiwan and knowing who they are, because they're like my upper people and mas seniors, yes, and knowing who they are and where they came from, and it's kind of cool to be able to watch like what kind of dance they prefer in breaking, and which was the same kind of route that all of us were kind of taking too. We were like, oh, they're kind of like they're dancing and they're doing like the stuff that we kind of like too, and it's not just it's just kind of got me interested, and it was awesome.
And it's a question that people just ask like, generically. They'll be like, oh yeah, so Taiwan. So what does that help you with? How does that come through in your dance? We can't really be like, oh yeah, like salsa is a cultural dance that we have, or Chris is an expert. No, you know what I mean. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint an exact thing that is Taiwanese that we put into our dance. For me personally, that question of identity has always been a question, and even if I wasn't conscious of it, it was always kind of in the back of my head. And I think for all of us, that whole idea of developing a personal style, developing a personal way of dancing, knowing that we move the way we want to move, we're making a choice about our identity. And that is kind of driven by that thought where, it's like, what is Taiwan?
After we did ABDC, it kind of put us like in the forefront of like representing like Taiwanese Americans or Asian Americans in the dance media culture. And I think that's a different kind of pressure because now that we kind of represent Taiwanese Americans and like we have so many like Taiwanese American fans or even Asian fans or just fans in general that are like, yay, go Instant Noodles. It's like we kind of like, it's like a bigger picture. And I think especially when we went back to Taiwan and then we got to perform for people from in our homeland in Taiwan, it was the craziest thing because it was almost as if they were so proud that when we went to America and we kept doing our thing and we reached a point of success, we were able to represent Taiwanese Americans on such a big platform. I think that it just gives us more of not like a responsibility to just like work harder because we're like representing like a bigger cause.
like when people come up to like have us sign their like whatever cap or like their T-shirt and stuff, their their bodies. It's always kind of like like kind of it's up for me, and I think for everyone it's always kind of like, man, they want my signature. It's like you sure don't want to ruin this shirt, like it's just like pretty crazy to us that like people like have that we have that type of impact on people.